Ever wonder what it would be like to just disappear? To have an entire town vanish without a trace? That's not the plot of a horror movie. It's one of America's oldest and most chilling true stories. In 1587, over 100 English settlers, men, women, and children, set out to build a new life on Roanoke Island. Just 3 years later, they were gone. No bodies, no signs of a struggle. The only thing left behind was a single cryptic word carved into a post, CROATOAN. Let's rewind. This was England's big shot at a permanent foothold in the New World. Led by Governor John White, the colonists arrived on a small island off the coast of modern-day North Carolina. They built houses, they farmed, and they even started to trade with local Native American tribes. Things seemed to be going okay, but then the inevitable happened. Their supplies started running dangerously low. Seeing no other choice, Governor White decided to sail back to England to get more food, tools, and reinforcements. He promised his family and the other colonists he would be back as soon as possible. But fate had other plans. When he got back to England, he found the country on the brink of war with Spain. The mighty Spanish Armada was on its way, and Queen Elizabeth I ordered every single available ship to be used for the defense of the realm. White was stuck. It took him 3 agonizing years to finally secure a ship and make the long journey back across the Atlantic. Can you imagine the mix of hope and fear he must have felt as he approached Roanoke Island in 1590? But when he landed, that hope turned to dust. The settlement was deserted. It was eerily silent. The houses had been carefully dismantled, not violently destroyed. There were no footprints, no skeletons, no signs of a battle or a hurried escape. It was as if everyone had simply packed up and walked away. But where? The only clue was that one word, CROATOAN, carved into a fence post. White knew exactly what it meant. CROATOAN was the name of a nearby island, now called Hatteras Island, and it was also the name of a Native American tribe that had been friendly to the colonists. His immediate thought was that they had moved there, seeking safety or resources. He was ready to sail to CROATOAN and find his people, but a violent storm rolled in, damaging his ships and forcing his crew to turn back to England. John White would never return to America, and he died without ever knowing what happened to his family and the colony he founded. For over 400 years, the mystery of the Lost Colony has captivated historians, archaeologists, and amateur detectives alike. What really happened to them? The theories are all over the map. The most optimistic one is that they did go to CROATOAN Island, were welcomed by the tribe, and gradually assimilated into their community, their English heritage fading over generations. It's a nice thought, isn't it? A story of survival and cultural blending. But there are darker possibilities. Some historians believe they may have tried to sail back to England in a small boat and were lost at sea. Others suggest they fell victim to a different, less friendly tribe, or that they succumbed to disease or starvation and their remains were simply lost to the wilderness over time. And then, of course, there are the more fringe, speculative theories, whispers of a secret pact, a hidden journey inland, or even something more supernatural. So is there any evidence? Well, it's complicated. For centuries, the only clue was that single carving. But recently, modern science has added a fascinating new layer to the puzzle. DNA studies of some local Native American families have revealed traces of European ancestry that date back hundreds of years, potentially linking them directly to the Roanoke settlers. Archaeologists have also found English pottery shards from the right time period in areas where native villages once stood, miles away from the original settlement. These small discoveries hint that at least some of the colonists might have survived by joining native communities. But it's not a smoking gun. We still haven't found a mass grave, a clear settlement site, or any written records from the colonists themselves explaining what happened. The story of Roanoke remains a ghost story written into the very fabric of American history. It's a tale of ambition, of tragedy, and of a mystery that continues to endure, asking us the same question across the centuries. Where did they go? What do you think happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the unexplained.